Does Noel Farina Wet Rock need Goro? Not necessarily. You want to go Goro if you're building your Noel for like damage. But you can definitely get away with going like 5 Petra Noel, triple Hydro. Or double Hydro plus like VV. 4.3 healing artifact set. Records a total amount of healing, not overhealing, and buffs flat damage for the on-field characters. Okay, 1, what do they mean by that? Is a flat damage buff according to the original text. So I don't trust that at all. I'm going to assume that it is not a flat damage buff. And that they are lying. It's effective refresh after 10 seconds or 10 triggers. The cap on recorded healing is 30k. The artifact set will buff damage for each hit. Whatever. For each hit based on 4% of the current recorded healing total. Similar to Echoes. So if you somehow manage to max it out, right? 4% of 30k is 1200. Well, that's interesting. But a 10 trigger, assuming it is flat damage, 10 trigger quota is kind of bad. But also no, like, that's interesting, that's interesting. Depends on how exactly it works, yeah. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense, because Echoes isn't a buff to base stats. Like, bro is, like, talking out of his ass. I hate Leaker TC, it's fine. That is interesting. Because, assuming the numbers are actually accurate, right? You can get up to 10 procs, and you somehow manage to insta-stack it, right? That's 1200 flat damage. But you can only get it up to 10 times. Now, let's say... What kind of character would benefit from this the most? A character that gets a lot of damage percent and crit. Right, so let's look at, like... Who do we look at? Hey, but let's actually look at Neuvillette in Farina teams. Right? Alright, so damage percent and crit value and multiplier. Damage percent, so you're gonna have 250 times 0.25% plus 46.6% plus what's the thing called? Or what's the other one? It's like up to 28 or 30 or some shit. His ascension passive. Up to 30. So it's like 25 average. Ish. It's more like 28 average. Right, and crit value is gonna be 98.4 plus... Oh yeah, there's also 15%, you're right, thank you. 98.4 plus 62.2 plus 20 times 6.6 plus 36% times 2. For now, let's look at Proto Ember. So this damage is going to be multiplied by 1 plus damage percent and by crit multiplier. But then it's also going to get reduced by defense reduction and reduced or increased by resistances. So it's about 4.5k. You can get up to 10 of them, so that's 45k, which is about 2 clam procs if you're fully stacking clam. It seems interesting, but like depending on how specifically it works, it might just be worse than clam. Is it better than VV for Jane? No. No, not at all. Who heals in 30k in one shot? Every single team-wide healer. Because this seems like it, from what they were saying, team-wide healing can cap the buff immediately. So it's probably like if you heal each character for 7.5k, you max stack it instantly. This does seem fairly interesting, though. I wonder what the cooldown is. Because it says the effect refreshes after 10 seconds or 10 triggers, but what does refreshing mean? I'm guessing that means that you can you only use it, like, it expires after 10 seconds or 10 triggers. But is there a cooldown on it? If so, what is the cooldown? It means it happens again, but that doesn't make sense. Healing value resets, no cooldown. So does that mean that if you're doing the damage like a lot, like if you're instantly getting all of your triggers and then you're instantly re-healing, you can get like a significant amount of total hits from this? That could be interesting. You know, it's pretty funny that with Yao Yao, you'd actually just insta-cap this and use up all the stacks and insta-cap it again just from using Yao Yao's burst. That's interesting. That is pretty cool, I think. But I don't know. But yeah, it really does seem like... Okay. This is basically a clan equivalent for characters like Charlotte, like... I mean, maybe if you played Jean in like a fucking Wanderer team or something, like Mika, who just aren't very good with clan because all of their healing is front-loaded. But it only works in Farina teams. Are there any situations where Vermillion would be better than Marechausse? I mean... Vermillion is competitive with Marechausse in terms of how many stats it offers. So if you're playing an attack scaler that does not get external attack buffs, and that does use their burst at the start of every rotation, it'll be competitive, and it can even be better. But, like, who the fuck is that, you know? Like, who is that? Think so? No, because, you know, you don't really want to on-field him. Féminin? That's actually a good question. I wonder if Vermillion would be better on Féminin. You know what? Let's find out. A bit of a pain in the ass to calc, but that's okay. What weapon are we looking at? Serpent Spine, I guess? We can do Pale Flame, Marechausse Hunter, and Vermillion. Okay. Attack percent, 24. Oh, he does have attack ascension. Wasn't his best in slot Skyward? Well, most people do not have Skyward. Pale Flame gives 18. Another 20 from subs, maybe? Damage percent, Cryo. Oof. Fucking nothing other than Farina, right? Why don't I save templates for these types of calcs? Because I'm stupid. I don't know why I don't. It's a very good question. That's kind of it, right? Yeah. And 250 times 0.25 plus 50 from Pale Flame plus 58.3 from Goblet plus 40% from this. And this just doesn't have the 40%. Grid value. Zajef, when he has to calculate them for the 3,782nd time because he didn't save his sheet. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm fucking stupid. There we go. Okay. What con are we looking at? I don't want to look at cons. Do I have to? That means I need to have fucking CV, normal attack, crit multiplier, normal attack, CVE, crit multiplier E. And then this is plus 15% times 2. Cool. Okay, and then cryo is fine, physical E is not fine. Physical E needs to be looking at crit multiplier E, which is 12. Cool. Oops. Fuck me. I didn't mean to underline it. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, so... You also get some attack and some crit damage. So attack, 18%. And crit damage, 36%. Cool. Motion value cryo, talent level 12. Wait, no. He gets normal attack and E, right? Not burst, yeah. Normal attack, okay, so E, 166.1 plus... What's your combo again? It's like... N2E, right? How many do you get? And, ugh. 143, 14.3. Like, how many N2s are we talking about? Maybe 5? 5 N2s? Sure, 5 N2s. 6 E's. Cool. And then we have 190 times 5 plus 182 times 5 plus 486.9 times... You're not getting 6 of these. Let's say 5. Five is generous, too. You're probably getting less than that. Let's say 4. Ah, fuck it. Let's keep it at 5. We're gonna pretend like that's a real thing. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not really gonna change the results too much. As long as it's close enough. Okay. Okay, and then damage. Yeah, this is definitely wrong. But okay. Let's do 4. Okay. It's more like 3. Yeah, but whatever. That's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Okay, so with Marechausse, you do not have the 18% from Pale Flame. You do not have this 50% damage. Instead, you have 15% damage here. Wait, actually. Instead, you have 15% damage on the normal attack. And you have 72% crit multiplier. But then, if D9 is less than 4, it's this. Otherwise, it's D9 minus 1. Okay. And then you gain 72 here as well. Cool. And then... yeah, that's it. So it is a little bit better, but very, very minor. And then Vermillion. So it's up to 66, right? Or am I being cornge? No, it's 66, right? But you're obviously not going to have full uptime on it. It's probably going to be around 55 to 60. Let's assume 60 for now. It's a little bit worse than Marechausse. It's about as good as Pale Flame. Because the reason why Vermillion is pretty good on Chow is because his base attack is very high. Right? Which makes it so that attack percent kind of matters a bit more. And he doesn't have too many... like, he doesn't have external attack buffs other than Bennett, right? Whereas Féminin has attack ascension and attack in constellations. That kind of makes sense. And obviously, Féminin is benefiting more from the normal attack damage bonus. Yeah, Vermillion is viable, but it's not really better than the other options. Probably going to be very similar with Ella.